It's the NBA brought to you by 2K Sports on this very special Easter Sunday. I'm Kevin Harlan. With me tonight, Greg Anthony and Richard Jefferson. And reporting from the sidelines all game long, we've got David Aldridge. DA, take it away.
Thanks very much. Now, Commissioner Adam Silver is continuing to push for the creation of an in-season tournament. He says the notion is to steal a page from European soccer. It's not the Larry O'Brien trophy.
That's pretty intriguing, DA. That's an interesting story, and we thank you for giving it to us. It'll be the Raptors off the tip. And the starting group for the Spurs. We've got Fred VanVleet. Porzingis is out there with Isaac. Then there's Jason Tatum. And it's Hayward in at the 2.
First team foul.
DeRozan passes to Dinwiddie. Kuminga with a wide open look. That one falls coming off Dinwiddie's feet. Kuminga's got the first points up on the board for the Raptors. It ended in the bubble, but how about the Spurs playoff streak? 22 consecutive seasons, Greg, coming to an end.
Kevin, making it every year from 1998 to 2019, winning 5 titles over that span, and having the same head coach certainly helped that streak. So did having, though, a couple Hall of Famers. And staying healthy for Porzingis has been a challenge over his career. Not uncommon for players standing well above 7 feet.
And in New York, even before his injuries, the front office voiced concerns about Porzingis' ability to stay healthy.
Well, the track record for players 7-2 and up, not great. And today's game demands more movement from big men than ever before.
Here's VanVleet. The shot misses. Great D that time from Beal. Kicks to DeRozan. We're about 1 minute into the first. Nurkic a screen on Tatum. Dinwiddie outside. Just 5 on the clock. That 3 off the mark. And so it's Hayward with it. He'll bring it up for San Antonio. Here's VanVleet. Capitalizes off the crossover.
And unafraid to challenge the heart of this defense. VanVleet's a strong finisher for his size.
And that was the Mobile One drive. Well worth a second look.
And you gotta love the aggression that he had. Taking it to the rim there sets the tone in a close game like this one.
Nurkic with the steal. Feeds it to DeRozan. Banked in off the glass.
The closer DeRozan gets, the more dangerous he is. That's fantastic work inside.
VanVleet with it. Now guarded by Nurkic. And that one, good. VanVleet's got his second bucket tonight.
And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
Easy possessions like that literally are just a gift. You just dream of them. You would gladly take those.
And coming down the stretch here, Greg, a lot left to decide, especially for teams on the playoff bubble.
And Kevin, the play-in tournaments add another level of complexity. I'll say this, the league now has more teams fighting all the way to the end.
Greg, when you look at Toronto, they have a lot of length and defensive switchability.
They swarm opposing stars and tend to make it very difficult in those passing lanes. So a great profile for a modern NBA defense.
Well, it was Toronto winning their last game against the Grizzlies. Now, here's Kuminga. He's covered by Isaac. Tatum against Beal. Over Tatum. And again, no good by Toronto. And so it's Porzingis. He'll bring it up for San Antonio. They trail by 1.
And great find by VanVleet. He's in control of this offense and generally makes good decisions.
Dinwiddie kicks to DeRozan. First quarter of play. We're about 3 minutes in. Beal deciding where to go with it. He wants to get it to Nurkic and does. The jump hook. And it's sent back by Isaac.
And that long wingspan of Isaac aids him there in turning away shots, but it's also the timing he displays when he attacks the shooter.
Now, here's Isaac. And he drops in the layup off the glass.
Yeah, another nice bucket down low. They've really been able to work the ball into the post effectively here so far.
So, timeout called here, the first for Toronto. Goes with a fresh 5 on the floor. And we're just over 3.5 minutes into the first quarter. DeRozan finds Harrell. Toronto working the ball around now. Now here's DeRozan. He's guarded closely. And the dunk by DeRozan.
Getting up there with the slam, DeMar DeRozan leaves nothing to chance.
And right, here we go. And it's out of bounds. The Spurs able to retain possession here.
Out of bounds. Spurs ball.
Goes up off the inbound. No good. Shot missing. And Toronto will go the other way with it. You know, Greg, some guys are late bloomers. But DeRozan, he was just the opposite.
Yeah, reports are he had handles at age 3. First dunk came in the 6th grade. 5-star high school prospect. And in a strange way, he's still an underrated superstar.
And stolen by Harrell. Prince wide open. Good. And it's DeRozan picking up the assist.
It's almost like he had a bird's eye view of the court. DeRozan always knows where his teammates are.
Markkanen against DeRozan. Markkanen, good.
And really, it's been a major aspect of their offense in the early stages here. Their success working the ball inside and getting points from close range.
Here's Alvarado. He's gotten some minutes, but nothing on the board yet. 55 seconds left here in the first quarter. And stolen by Noel. Fournier with the ball. Right outside. Driving to the basket. Plays it up and banks it in.
And they are attacking the rim and getting great results.
Davis, the pass to Prince. Back to Davis. Here's DeRozan. And it's Noel with the rebound.
And he's very confident from that range, but you can't make him out.
Just 1 second between the shot clock and game clock. And Wright kicks to Markkanen. Back to Wright. From downtown. No good there. Here's Prince. And here's Davis for 3. And he was able to put it up in time, but doesn't fall. A good close contest so far as we finish the first quarter. It's San Antonio. Well, we hope you're enjoying your Easter as we are here, as we get underway once again. And a closer look here at the scoring breakdown for the Spurs. San Antonio leading on the court right now for the Spurs. We've got Will Barton. Made him out there with Hayward. Then it's Fred VanVleet. And it's Porzingis in at the 5. Home in the paint. Richard, one of the greatest coaches in the history of pro basketball, a guy you played for, Greg Popovich, on March 11th, 2022, broke the all-time winningest mark for a head coach in the NBA.
And what's so special is all of those victories are coming with the Spurs. And look, I had an opportunity to apologize to Pop, because if it wasn't for me, he probably would have gotten here sooner.
Well, I think he would say that's completely not true. But he had to be one of the great coaches you played.
It was. My career got extended because of the things that I learned in San Antonio. If I wouldn't have had that experience with him and their coaching staff, I would never have played as long as I did.
Here's Davis, and he banks in the layup. And it's all not enough.
That's just smart basketball right there, finding a way to get a high percentage shot on offense.
And Porzingis gets it to go on the assist from Van Vliet.
And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
Now here's Dinwiddie. He averages a bit over 6 points a game. Here's Kuminga. Count the bucket coming off a perfectly placed assist. Kuminga's got it all tied up now for the Raptors. The Spurs shooting has been outstanding in this game at 58%. Van Vliet passes to Porzingis, and the dunk by Porzingis.
And we've seen several lead changes tonight. Neither team giving an inch.
I've been on the edge of my seat courtside. Man, this has been a barn burner.
Kuminga throws it down.
An aggressive move and fantastic finish.
Trying to send a message with that slam, I think. Van Vliet against Dinwiddie. Van Vliet kicks to Barton. Now here's Van Vliet. He's tightly guarded. Shot clock at 6. And here's Tatum for 3. And they recover it. Goes back up. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line.
Putting defenders in tough spots is a trait of Hayward's game. I mean, he gets his man on the back foot and forces him to either foul or give up the easy one.
One of your trademarks, Richard, was athleticism. From the days we first saw you at Arizona, and we're seeing teams really place right now a premium in today's NBA on that athleticism factor.
Yes, when you talk about positionless basketball, then you typically go to the guys that can do it all, and those are the wing players. They can guard small, they can guard bigs, they can do a little bit of everything, and that's why teams are looking for them.
Isaac outside. Count that one. Isaac's got the lead up to 4 now for the Spurs.
And one area Isaac must continue to improve upon, has the size to dominate inside, now just needs to add the muscle.
Barton against Dinwiddie. Pass to Kuminga. Those 3-pointers off the mark. Spurs leading by 4. Let's check in with our reporter, David Aldridge.
Thanks, guys. A busy few years for Nick Nurse. In 2019, he helped lead the Raptors to the title, and he was the 2020 Coach of the Year. He says, it means a lot to me that this city and this country loves this team so much, and we can go out there and give them something to be proud of. Of course, Kevin, he's been a key part of that success. Back to you.
Maybe the single most important part of their success, D.A. Thank you so much. Here's what San Antonio's going with right now. Markkanen comes in for Porzingis, and Evan Fournier subbed in for Gordon Hayward. Greg, you take a look at Nurkic. He is at his best going against big-name centers.
Nurkic is the kind of player who rises to a challenge, can be a bit inconsistent in what he gives you, but he loves the challenge of going up against the best.
Once again off the mark by San Antonio. Guys, they're looking for a way to score here.
Yeah, they've had a tough time taking the lid off.
And the rejection by Tatum. To the paint, stolen by Markkanen. One-on-one here. Fournier with the ball. Now Beal defending. Fournier's shot is off. Raptors trail by 5. Pass to Beal. The tray. Bangs home the trifecta. Beal's got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for 3.
No hesitation whatsoever. I just love how Beal makes that decision quickly to shoot off the catch. Yeah, easy call.
For San Antonio, they haven't yet missed a free throw. 5 for 5.
And they've done some really nice work at the foul line, knocking down 80%.
Nerlens Noel checks in for the Spurs. Dorian Finney-Smith comes in for Jason Tatum.
And the overall skill set that Isaac possesses really off the charts. A big man who can run the floor, but also with that wingspan can defend the rim.
Fournier against Beal. And finished off by Beal.
And maybe not the most explosive player in the league, but Beal has the athletic ability to finish strong at the rim.
Now here's Barton. Defense right on him. Now the pass to Fournier. Barton surveying the floor. And it's Toronto with the rebound. Looking ahead, they've got the Jazz coming into town for the next game. That'll be the second game of a 5-game homestand. Here's Beal. And finished off by Beal.
I love when Beal slashes to the rim like this, using that athleticism and speed so well.
About 7 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Here's Alvarado. Martin defending. Prince kicks to Beal. Nurkic a screen on Fournier. Here's Beal. And there are the Raptors with another bucket.
And great recognition there in the pick and roll. Beal usually able to make the right play.
And Noel throws it down.
It really does make the game easy for your teammates when you can lead them to the rim that well with the pass.
And the rejection by Noel. Bradley Beal, he's been the guy making things happen for the Toronto Raptors. All right, thank you, David. Folks,
they've been pounding the ball inside, getting easy buckets.
And now, let's take a second here to look. Thanks for joining us.
and after a fairly even first couple of quarters, the second half could turn out to be a great one as both teams try to gain an edge. It's been quite a game for Bradley Beal.
No problems fighting his way to the rim in this one. A lot of points in close.
And you love that mindset he has going at the rim. He hasn't settled for anything, and he's been the aggressor all game long.
We've got Jonathan Kuminga. He's out there with Nurkic. DeRozan out there with Bradley Beal. And it's Dinwiddie in at the point guard position. That's Nick Nurse's 5 as we get into the second half. Kuminga rebounded by Isaac. And so it's Porzingis. He'll bring it up for San Antonio. Here's Hayward. Second chance effort. It counts. And the foul. Bradley Beal picks one up.
Showing why he's an elite talent. Porzingis making difficult physical finishes look effortless.
For San Antonio, they have made the most out of their opportunities at the line. They have yet to miss in 7 attempts. Now, Dinwiddie. Pass to Nurkic. Now Beal. Shot clock at 5. He's good with the little jumper in close. Beal's got 11 points.
Yeah, 3 consecutive field goals have come right at the rim. The D had better start buckling down.
And Fred VanVleet, a player who has always shot well from outside.
And Kevin VanVleet has continued to kind of take on more of an offensive load. Increased his volume while maintaining efficiency. Not every player able to do that.
Montrezl Harrell, he's checked in for the Raptors. Davis comes in for Beal. You spent 2 seasons, Richard, with LeBron James in Cleveland. What was it like to play with LeBron?
Well, I like to think that LeBron was playing with me the entire time. That's the way I viewed it. But it was
I should have
amazing.
reworded that. I'm sorry, my mistake.
Thank you. I think LeBron James was outstanding to play with just from a camaraderie standpoint, and he always wanted to make the right pass, which, you know, for pundits, they complain about it, but for a teammate, you love it. You love playing with a guy that tries to play the right way night in and night out.
His understanding of the game must be off the charts, correct?
It is so ridiculous the way that he just sees the game before it's happening. He is easily one of the smartest players that I have ever been around.
A scrawny kid coming into the league. Hayward has added more muscle, and I think it helps him on these physical finishes.
And that was another look at the fantastic Mobile One drive that happened a moment ago.
It's all about the ability to get 2 feet in the paint, whether it's creating for a teammate or for yourself.
And it's sent back by Isaac. Tatum passes to Van Vliet. Tatum trying to break free. Great D that time from Harrell.
Those are chances almost always you can rely on him to get you 2 points, but the D just enough to keep him out of rhythm.
Pass to Dinwiddie. He kicks it to Harrell. Use that pick to get in close.
And how about the activity level where Harrell able to convert and with a chance to add another one.
And the Spurs making a change here. Markkanen's checked in.
The Raptors are only a few years removed from its championship in 2019. Boy, a lot has changed since then.
Here's Hayward. Misses the layup. Raptors with the lead. Inside. It's deflected. Stolen by Markkanen. To the wing right side. Here's Porzingis. And off the front iron. And in it goes. Porzingis has got 5 points now in the quarter. A lot of change. Toronto is without some of the key pieces from that title team, and it wasn't that long ago. But, Greg, they haven't had to go through a full rebuild. There are some remaining parts.
Listen, the talent they have is still undeniable. And they've got a good mix of young up-and-comers and players in the prime of their career.
A great competitive game so far.
And from the look of it, this one could go right down to the wire.
And the shot goes in from Kristaps Porzingis.
Keep getting it to this man. I mean, once Porzingis catches fire, there is no putting that out.
And the Raptors call time here. So San Antonio going with an almost entirely new group here. Noel's checked in for Porzingis. Dorian Finney-Smith comes in for Tatum. Reggie Bullock, he's checked in for Gordon Hayward. And it's Wright in for Fred VanVleet. And stolen by Noel. Outside, Markkanen. Ball's knocked loose. Kicks it to Bullock. Back to Markkanen. .153 left to play in the third. Alvarado. Here's Harrell. And the rejection by Noel. Here's Bullock. Hits the jump hook. And now a 3-point Spurs lead. And breaking down some numbers here, the hustle stats for San Antonio. Outside, Davis. On its way from DeRozan for two. Pulled the shot a little up, but the bounce goes his way.
One of the underappreciated guys in this league. DeRozan just goes out, puts up big numbers, and he doesn't really get the shine that I think he truly deserves.
Fast break, Toronto. From 15 feet away, and it's in there. DeRozan's got 8 points.
DeRozan has every shot, but that mid-range, yeah, that's his bread and butter.
Outside, Davis for three. A shot missing. And San Antonio will go the other way with it. Bullock, good. Bullock's got 4 points now in the quarter.
You gotta love his hustle, leaving the defense no time to react.
And all of a sudden, that man was just on the other end.
And it's DeRozan missing. The Spurs have gone 6 of 9 from the floor here in the second half. They've got to be happy with that. Driving in, passes it to Harrell. Prince in the corner. The pass to Davis. The three. The three won't fall. And we just finished the third quarter, and we've got a tight ball game here. Spurs lead by... A chance now to hear Greg Popovich talking to...
Everybody got to rotate, rebound.
Well, what a terrific game it's been so far, with this fourth quarter sure to bring more pressure-packed basketball. And so it's Beal who brings the ball up for Toronto. It's a one-point game. On the court right now for the Spurs. Jason Tatum is out there with Isaac. Then it's Will Barton. Then there's Porzingis. And it's Van Vliet in at the point. There's Kuminga. Porzingis with the block.
And the 7-3 reach of Porzingis being put to great use there.
First team foul. At the line.
That free throw, no good.
Yusuf Nurkic taking 2 shots.
Good on the second free throw.
And after a 2-decade-plus playoff streak, the Spurs have been in the lottery the last 3 seasons, and they're focused more on youth and development.
Count that one from Isaac.
That makes it 10 of their last 12 coming from inside the paint.
Prince outside. Back to Beal. Here he goes. And finished off by Beal.
Cutting into that deficit now, well within striking distance.
A stop or two in the next minute or so, and they could even this game up. Great job to keep battling.
Picture the Spurs with one of the youngest rosters in the league. Some quality young talent that they're very excited about.
And also acquiring draft capital. And they have a history of finding some great players outside the lottery, like Tony Parker and Manu Ginobili.
You're right. They've always done it.
You got to when you're a small market. Got to invest in development.
Dinwiddie outside. Pass to Beal. Hit by Kuminga. Just 5 to shoot. That's good. Basket number 5 on a 5-for-8 night shooting.
Assists like that have typified their effort today. Terrific ball movement.
And slam dunk by Tatum.
Ooh, how about those nifty moves from Tatum? So crafty with the rock.
Barton against Beal. A rebound by the Spurs. Porzingis has got 7 rebounds in the game. Barton against Beal. Tatum down low. And stolen by Prince. There's Kuminga. And Kuminga throws it down.
Gotta take care of the ball. They'll punish you if you're that careless.
That's right. And that's severe punishment right there.
Important 2 points, not just on the scoreboard, but also for a little bit of momentum.
And in the paint, Porzingis doesn't give the defense any opportunity there. He just stays aggressive and draws the foul.
And let's get your take, guys, on the scoring breakdown for Toronto. And Toronto making a change here. DeRozan's checked in. Spurs also with the sub. Gordon Hayward's checked in for Will Barton.
For a star like him, you get lots of opportunities at the line, and he's great at cashing them in.
Here's Beal. No good off the back of the rim.
Oh, come on. Those are the looks you can't mess up. From this close inside, you got to get the job done.
Tatum down low. He's guarded by Nurkic. And Porzingis gets it to go on the assist by Tatum. Porzingis has got 11 points here in just the second half. Toronto trailing. Outside, Beal. Dinwiddie outside. Nurkic a screen on Van Vliet. Here's Dinwiddie, and that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle, and 2 shots coming up. It's on Porzingis.
And really the defense fouling there to prevent the layup, but that's exactly what you need to do. Probably a little draft in the arena tonight. He's the last guy you expect to miss the mark by that much.
Absolutely.
It's not often you see him fail to deliver at the line like this.
Tatum against DeRozan, and the basket by Tatum. And it's a 4-point San Antonio lead. The Raptors have gone 3 of 6 from the field so far in the fourth quarter. Beal dishes to Kuminga. Outside to DeRozan. Outside Beal. Fires the three. And again, no good by Toronto.
That is not the shot they needed there. You gotta work it around and get a better look.
And man, is this team on a roll right now offensively, Greg. So fun to watch.
They're playing with so much confidence, which is why they're tearing it up on this end.
And out of bounds as the Raptors gain possession.
Oh, I see. Picking the worst time to lose control. This is why patience is the key in big moments, people.
And Toronto making a change here. Alvarado's checked in. And the Raptors call time here. They trail by 4. 1:56 left to play in the final quarter. So San Antonio going with an almost entirely new group here. Noel's checked in for Porzingis. Wayne Dedmon comes in for Jonathan Isaac. Markkanen, he's checked in for Jason Tatum. And it's DeLon Wright in for Fred VanVleet. And while we've got a moment, let's send it over to our terrific reporter, David Aldridge. David?
Hey, guys. During the last timeout, I listened to Nick Nurse talk to his team. He said, look, you guys are playing physical, and I like that, but it has to be under control. We've committed way too many fouls. We've allowed way too many foul shots. Kevin?
Thank you, David. Beal can't get it to go.
Nothing seems to be going his way this quarter.
Yeah, straight up, guys. Like, he's ice cold, like freezing. What's colder than cold? But you don't have to shoot it, my guy. It's okay to pass the ball.
Raptors trail by 6. Alvarado passes to Kuminga.
While he's a bit undersized for a 4, he more than makes up for it with his best.
San Antonio calls timeout. They're in front by 4. We've got 1:13 left in the fourth quarter. .110 left in the game. Markkanen down low. DeRozan defending, and there's the bucket from Markkanen.
And you can trust an efficient shooter like Markkanen in the clutch. He's going to get a good look.
Hayward against Beal. DeRozan in the corner. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here.
That's his first personal foul. 13 foul.
And no good as the first free throw missing for him. We'll see if he can nail the second.
A premium talent in this league. DeRozan about as valuable as they come. Couldn't hit them all, and they need every point they can get.
There's 47 seconds left in the fourth quarter, and he commits the intentional foul.
Jose Alvarado. That's his first personal foul. Second team foul.
43 seconds left in the fourth quarter of this one. And the ball's tied up, so we'll have a jump ball.
Jump ball called on the play.
Nurkic the pass to Beal. Some nice ball movement here by the Raptors. Pass to DeRozan. It's in! What a beautiful shot to bring him to within 3.
The veteran leader of this squad, DeMar DeRozan, showing the kids how it's done down the stretch.
Time called here. The Spurs decide to talk it over. They're leading by 3. 23 seconds left in the fourth quarter. A different look now for San Antonio. Porzingis is checked in for Dwayne Dedmon. Jason Tatum comes in for Markkanen. And it's Fred VanVleet in for DeLon Wright. And so they foul intentionally.
Yeah, you can't let them hold the ball and just milk those last seconds away.
Good on the first, and that gives them a 4-point cushion.
Well, Van Vliet looks determined at the line, set to deliver for his team.
So he goes 2 for 2 at the line, and it's a 5-point game.
Well, they wanted every last one of those, and he delivered, making it a 2-possession game.
Toronto calls timeout. They're trailing by 5. 23 seconds left to play here in the fourth. What's your take, guys?
Yeah, trying to get back in this thing, they need a score.
Yeah, it has to be fast. They got to take the first good look they get.
Bill Barton, he's checked in for Fred Van Vliet. .23 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Kuminga finds Beal. From deep three-point range, rebounded by the Spurs, and so they choose to intentionally foul.
You have to foul, but I'm sure they would have liked to foul someone different.
So the first one drops, and that increases their lead to 6.
And at 7-3, Porzingis could have been just another big, but he defies expectations. He's got such an impressive array of abilities.
I'm not going to lie, that's big, making all of those, giving them a little bit more breathing room.
And so it's San Antonio with the win. This was a hard-fought, well-earned victory for him, Greg. They really had to work for this win.
That's a good point.
David, thank you as always. Thank you for joining us. That'll do.
I look like Saints Row. If I let you take my flick, you better catch my angle. Steady, want no vibes, came back like I never left.